So I started from a little kid. I was playing trash can and buckets and paint tins, and we call it silly names, kettle drum and doo-doop and boom and all sorts of funny names they called them at the time. And it was going, you know, the rhythm all the time. No kind of melodious song coming out of them except rhythmic patterns. And from 1935, 1937, 38, around 1938 I came into the picture, 37, 38, because I saw some older guys playing the trash cans, and I was very intrigued with it all day. So I left school and I went on my father's backyard and I got one of the little trash cans and I started to beat on it. And by beating on it, I could observe I'm getting some of the same kind of rhythm as the other band was getting up the road. And by continuing this today now, all the bands around Port of Spain begin to play trash cans. Trash can. And one gentleman, I understand, I was not there, but I learned, and I always support that statement, that a guy by the name of Winston Simon is the first person that plays melody that comes from one of those cans. It was not what we have today, but was smaller, but he was playing a distinct melody. And the drums at the time was convex. What we have today is a basin. You know, the surface of the drum is a basin. But before that basin, the drum would push them on the side, push them up like this. And instead of looking at a basin like this, it was like that. The top of the drum was surface, this kind of globe. And what they did at the time, I would do also. With that globe, we'll take boom handles and they will dent the top like that. And wherever you dent, you'll get a little song in there. And I saw another guy playing a melody also on the same kind of a top. And it was driving me crazy because they were getting the melody and I couldn't get it. So I said, how come they could get a melody on those convex and I can't do it? I get it in all kind of crazy way. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to sink the drum. And instead of putting a convex and a little dimple, I put a concave with a hump. So the concave, when you push the hump up, you could hit on the hump and control it. So I did that in 1941. And it started from there. And I had a very famous drum, Trinidad knows about it. I call it a very silly name. I call it the Barracuda. And Barracuda is such a bad fish. And my drum at the time was the baddest drum in Port of Spain. So I call it the Barracuda. So they beat me up one night and took my drum away in Port of Spain. Some other bigger, older band beat me up in Duke Street and took my drum away, 1945. So then I said I had no drums to play. So I wanted a drum to play. So that's how I managed to come with a 55 gallon, 46. No disputing of the fact, Ellie Mannette built the first 55 gallon drum of a musical instrument. It was crude. It was crude. You didn't know what you're doing to control the tones, but it was there.